Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of East Coast Bass Fishing. This evening I want to go over just a little bit of what I like to bring with me when I'm on a reservoir or John Boat, maybe on my kayak or on foot at a pond or pond hopping throughout the day. So let's get right into it. I'm not going to waste too much time. Start off with soft plastics. I like to use Zoom trip worms. I have here, this is the June bug color, I believe. Yes, it is. And this is the watermelon seed color. You can see on the back. You guys can see that pretty good. Alright, soft plastics then. Let's see, we got black here, black trip worm. That's my go-to lure for a lot of ponds. And this is something new I picked up from I think I ordered off of Bass Pro Shops. This is the Magnum Trick Cajun Crawl color. You guys can see that. This thing is pretty big. And I'm gonna get a decent amount of fishing this spring once it turns around, which is not too far away. I'm pretty excited about it, you know. I'm not a big wintertime fisherman, but spring is where I excel the most. Another package of black trip worms. And here we have the old monster red bug. There you go. Then, as far as my jigs, when I use jigs, obviously a lot of people do use trailers. And these are for my little small finesse jigs, and these are the young crawls. This is the crawl chunk. And this comes in, how many? Let's see, doesn't say 8-pack. I like to use this color on like a black and blue. Kind of match it up a little bit. You don't always have to match it up, but I like to. And this is another crawl chunk in the green pumpkin. Take one of those out for you guys so you can see it. Nothing big, but I like to use these little things on finesse jigs. Alright, another soft plastic is the Keitech swim bait. Something I've been using quite a bit lately for the colder water. This is just a little bitty swim bait. I'll just say this is the electric shad, electric shad 4-inch. And I like to rig it up on a little swim bait hook here. Well, this is a size 4, maybe even be a size 5. Might be a little bit too big for that swim bait, but it worked for me. Alright, let's see, done with the soft plastics. Let's go right over to top water. I fish a lot of top water, but I always keep maybe a buzz bait with me. And this is the bleeding hook buzz bait, I believe. I'll keep that with me. Fish that on straight braid. I always use braid when I fish top water most of the time. Let's see, let's hop right over to my little crankbaits. What I have here is, I don't know if you guys can see it there. Probably can't, but anyway, I like to use a lot of square bills. These are the Arashi's square bills, the 3s. This is a solid one here. I have another one here. This one has a rattle in it. Alright. Bigger square bills, KVD. Chartreuse from black. Haven't really used this one lately. This one I got from Mystery Tackle Box. I cannot remember the name of it. But if you guys can take a look at it and tell me down in the description below if you can tell me what crankbait this is. I'm not sure. It's a square bill. Alright. There's another one from KVD. And this is the bluegill pattern. Got some more here. These are the shallow runners I've been using lately. As you can see. Natural shad, not natural shad, natural brim color. This is the neon bluegill. Another shallow runner, chartreuse in black. And I forget which one this is called. I forget, but it's almost like the natural brim. And of course we have the sexy shad. And these little things here, you might want to invest in some of these if you don't have them. Get them from Bass Pro Shops. I can't remember how much they cost, but they're very inexpensive and they come in handy when you don't have them all tied up on your line. They don't get in the way and you get stuck on clothing or whatever. All right, that's it for the more shallow diving in depth crankbaits, hardbaits, should I say. And this is what I picked up tonight at Walmart. Just happened to stroll through the fishing section, which I do almost every time I go to Walmart. And I wanted to get something that revolves around deep, well, mid to deep diving, cold water bass fishing. And these are the Bombers. The Bomber fat-free shad. And what makes them good for cold water, is that they're flat-sided. As you can see, very flat-sided. Flat-sided. And this is the fat-free guppy. Got a little rattle into it. I picked up another one here, and that one dives 4 to 6 feet. This one is 8 to 10, and this is in the, what color this is? I want to say this is the fat-free fingerling. Let's see, this is shad color. Pearl white, that's what it is. This is probably going to be pretty good out there in that water. Check that out. Like that a lot. Got a bigger bill, as you can see. I got another one here. This is 4 to 6 feet, diving depth. And this is the Fire Tiger. Something for, it's almost like, it's not necessarily a natural color, but pretty sure it'll work. Okay. That's it for the hard baits. Get those put away. Sorry about all the noise. I'm actually doing this on my toolbox in my truck, but don't feel like sitting down. It works out for me. So, all right, let's get into jigs. Don't have a lot of jigs. It's something that's fairly new to me this year. No, last year actually. This is a finesse jig, Strike King. And there's that trailer I was thinking about from Yum. Small little finesse flipping jig. Got another little small one here. With the same trailer, different color. And I got some Strike Kings. No rattles. Another Strike King here. If I can get it apart. There we go. No Strike King. No trailer on that one. Let's see what else I got here. I do have I forget the name of it. A swim jig I got from Mystery Tackle Box. A little Kytex swim bait on the back of it. Nice little thing, huh? And a free swinging jig that I have yet to use. Jig head right there. You can see it kind of moves around. Haven't used it yet, but that's a nice size hook on it, and I will get into that at some point in time. Another jig here. This is a football jig. I like to use those as well. Get these put away. Now, as far as terminal tackle, I use a lot of Gamakatsu with 4/0 to 5/0 hooks. That's what I like to use when I'm using those big plastic worms or regular size plastic worms. Now, as far as terminal tackle, what I like to use is bullet weights for those trick worms. Also, shaky heads. for those trick worms as well. Some of those worms, maybe some yum dingers, or maybe some of the trick worms or the bigger ones I put on a weighted gap hook. Maybe for the yum dingers, most importantly, because they're a little bit lighter, a little bit less dense. Now we got the 4/0 Gamakatsu's offset. Drop shot hooks, size 1 I believe. Then I have my drop shot weights. 2 different sizes I like to use. That about sums up the amount of things I like to use, what I like to bring when I'm pond fishing or fishing off of a kayak, and don't want to bring too much, or don't want to bring all of my stuff. I usually fish with 2-3 rods at the most. Mostly I have a top water rod when it's when the fish are feeding up shallow, and most of the time I have my drop shot rod, and then I have a rod that's more diverse as far as jigs and swim baits and things of that nature. So guys, that kind of sums up everything. So if you like these kind of videos, things of that nature, leave a comment below, and guys, I'll catch you on the next episode of East Coast Bass Fishing. Peace.